Russian warships bombarded targets near Odessa Wednesday morning. Russian warships bombarded targets near Odessa Wednesday morning, possibly as a part of a build-up to an attack on the Ukrainian port city. But some military strategists say Russian forces are struggling to hold territory they have seized and have suffered some serious reversals in fierce skirmishes elsewhere that will likely delay an assault on Odessa. Britain's Defense Ministry, in its daily update on the state of battle, assessed that Russian forces are struggling to overcome challenges posed by Ukraine's terrain and that Russian units have remained largely tied to Ukraine's roads, demonstrating reluctance to go off-road to maneuver. It said Ukrainian forces have also managed to stall Russian advances by blowing up bridges. The tactics of the Ukrainian armed forces have adeptly exploited Russia's lack of maneuver, frustrating the Russian advance and inflicting heavy losses on the invading forces. The British Defense Ministry concluded. Ukrainian presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said on Wednesday in a tweet that a series of counteroffensives in several operational areas had altered the warring parties' dispositions, and Alexei Arestovich, another aide to Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, said small-scale Ukrainian counterattacks meant Russian forces have not managed to clear the main hotspots around Kiev, and there is little chance they will, as Russia has used up its resources. Two-thirds of Russian rockets are striking civilian buildings and infrastructure, Arestovich said in a video briefing. Ukrainian authorities said Russian forces continued intense bombardment of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, and surrounding towns. A high-rise apartment block was hit in the latest shelling attack on the Ukrainian capital Kiev on Wednesday, smashing the top floor and igniting a blaze. There were reports of 2 victims, but there has been no confirmation on whether they were killed or injured. So far, Ukrainian authorities estimate Russia has destroyed 3,500 buildings in 21 days of war, including more than 200 schools. Ukraine's military claims 13,800 Russian soldiers have been killed or captured since the start of the Russian invasion on February 24. They also say they have destroyed or taken out of action 430 tanks and 1,375 armored vehicles. The Ukrainian claims have not been independently verified. If the claim is accurate, he would be the 4th Russian general to have been killed and 13th officer since February 24, when the invasion of Ukraine began. The other generals killed were Major General Andrei Kolesnikov, commander of the 29th Combined Army, Major General Vitaly Gerasimov, a deputy commander of Russia's 41st Army, another combat veteran who fought in Syria, and Major General Andrei Sukevitsky, who was reportedly killed by a sniper. 4 Russian colonels have also been killed, and a Chechen general, Magomet Tushev, has been reported by Kiev as killed in an ambush near Hostomel, near the Ukrainian capital, which has seen some of the heaviest ground fighting since Russia invaded. Military analysts suggest the high death tally of senior officers is because they've had to move closer to the front lines to sort out logistical supply problems and to coax ground troops forward. Moscow has only acknowledged that 498 of its soldiers have been killed and 1,597 wounded, and that was on March 2nd, with no updates since. Western defense officials have lower estimates than Ukraine's for the Russian death toll, with a consensus of a likely 6,000 Russian dead, around the number of US service personnel killed in Afghanistan and Iraq during 2 decades of fighting. Russian military spokesmen have a different view of the state of battle, saying its forces shot down in the past 2 hours 2 Ukrainian Su-25 warplanes and 1 MiG-29 fighter jet, as well as 4 drones. Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashenkov also said on Wednesday that Russian forces destroyed 128 Ukrainian military facilities the past day. Independent military observers and strategists concur with the assessment of Britain's defense ministry, saying the outgunned and outmanned Ukrainian defense forces have managed to frustrate Russia's invasion force, especially in northern and eastern Ukraine.
Давай. Давай, давай.